There's a difference between a stank face when your lyrics are ruthless and a visceral reaction when your skull gets smashed in by the truth. Expect a visceral reaction from your racist friend when you listen to this, because I speak directly towards the cold, stagnant, sterile, empty soul of white supremacy. The historical weight of my words weighed through the spiritual hate measured throughout time is what makes the fake spirit of white supremacy hate me. Let me break it down. They first came into our lands demonizing us for our culture. But as time went by, these vultures developed a sick, twisted, perverted fetish for it. The shame and the embarrassment they felt from enjoying the pleasures of our culture that they privately endorsed behind closed doors plays out into the cuffed out state of the white man today, on a mission to use black and brown men as loose ends to satisfy a perverted sick fetish disguised as righteousness. They made the laws to make the society they colonized reflect their sterile, stagnant little lives. The backward state of the subcontinent of India that we see criticized today was once disguised as Victorian morality that decreased and infected mortality. I speak on this almost 100 years after the passing of Rabindranath Tagore, a poet, an artist, and a musician that debunked the distorted, pretentious, false narrative that South Asians were culturally inferior. Tagore used the exterior of his platform to build the spiritual interior of his people by building independent institutions to replace British colonial education. Before his passing and before the Harlem Renaissance, Rabindranath Tagore was the first non-white to win a Nobel Prize, sending shock waves to the sick minds of white supremacists. People might ask me, what do these historical injustices have to do with the present? The truth is, the stolen merit, America inherited its racism through the piss stains of the expired British Empire, which led behind the blueprint for America and the entire world to follow in their ways of depravity, just as the transatlantic slave trade did. The children of the beneficiaries get to inherit the shame from indulging in the privilege of a racist past. I inherited the strength that my people needed to slash your face and leave you dead at last. Historically, we were all made to believe that at those times dehumanization was normal, when in actuality, morality was twisted and deformed through the fake laws that they made only to break. The border lines drawn between Pakistan, Kashmir, Bangladesh, and India. The border lines drawn between Ghana, Uganda, Sudan, Kenya, South Africa, and Nigeria. And the border lines drawn between Iraq, Palestine, Kuwait, and Syria are the shit stains that the expired British Empire left behind. And now the verdict's in. You're not hyper-masculine, you're not martial, you're effeminate and partial. You're a manifestation of not just the guilt, but the shame in knowing that you hated us so much from our skin color to our culture. Yet in secret, you secretly consumed the flesh and soul of it and left us with a dysfunctional, disoriented, distorted version of who we were that's been perverted. You see, the plan doesn't end when raping and killing and pillaging the land gets finished. It goes towards brutally tearing the flesh out of the roots. It's no longer about an uncivil war for the soul of the nation. It's about sucking the soul out of the nation, so the blacks and the indigenous can be left in a spiritually dead state full of self-hate. where they get to spend the rest of their days competing for the identity of whiteness or the white man's resources. And if you think what I say is divisive and stirs up hate, let me be the one that reminds you that the British and the white ruling class already did that with the historical laws that they made only to break. The difference is what I say is rooted in reality, facts, and truth. What they embedded into the fabric of this society along with the West is based on scientific lies they try to disguise as science. The truth is, they made us into something that we never were to begin with. Cold-blooded murderers and killers that'll stop at nothing to leave you with your throat slit.